Hello and welcome to a very messy, small and quite hot shed today. Somebody on Twitter said they'd quite like to see some more video of the hand shaper, the Perfecto hand shaper that I picked up the other day that needs a bit of restoration. So here we are. I guess that people might be interested in kind of knowing what it is because they're not that common a machine anymore. So they do jobs that could be done by a milling machine, and indeed sort of milling machines have superseded them a lot these days. But they're quite clever. So what they basically do is they have an arm that moves. I'm going to just turn this up. They have an arm that moves backwards and forwards, and it slides this sort of tool across a piece of metal. And you can dial in a cut by turning this down or up. That raises and lowers this platform. And the tool is very similar to a lathe tool. So they're ground out of hardened spring steel, tool steel, and they're ground to particular geometries. I haven't really explored that yet. This tool just was on the machine, and it seems to cut this block of aluminium quite well. So I've just left it as it is. Yeah, and then of course to make it move across in either direction across the workpiece, it's a little bit like a lathe. It's got a turn handle and it's got a lead screw. But interestingly, this machine, even though it's kind of hand cranked, would have had and has still got half of a automatic feed system, which is what this is. So the bit that's missing is it should have another one of these blocks. So these blocks sit on this runner, and there should be another one at the back of this lever here that can be set, and you can nip that bolt up, and it will set them in place. And then they have this pointy out bit that clips the lever. What the lever does is if you engage it, it has a gear keyed onto the lead screw, and you can see that it hang on a minute. You can see that it's ratcheting on the lead screw and only turning it in one direction. You can see if you look at the nut here, you can see it's just moving it in one direction as I move it backwards and forwards. So as you did your hand cranks originally, these would knock into this and it would knock it backwards and forwards. And of course you can reverse this by turning the ratchet round. Oh, I might have turned it twice there. Oh no, there we go. That's the opposite way. And that slowly increments the tool head across the workpiece. So I'll go and get my son to hold the camera now and show you a little bit of it in action. So there we go, that's the Perfecto Model 4 hand shaper. Yeah, quite a good project. Definitely going to get stripped down, going to remake that bit for the automatic feed. I'm probably going to repaint it because the paint's a little bit scruffy, so we'll have to see what colour it goes. As for usage, well, very good for kind of making nice flat faces on rough castings if I get back into my lost PLA casting or a bit of aluminium casting, and also really useful for cutting keyways. And I've also thought with and seen that people have used, like if you've got an indexing head for cutting metal gears, it's quite a useful tool. Yeah, but just to tinker with really, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.